Can I be woken up by a surprise blowjob? That's one way to wake up.
How would you start? Go. Imagine she has called you first thing in the morning. What are you going to tell her?
Good morning, this is the morning Zoom.
It's really funny because mornings, with guys, and I speak for everybody else who is male in the room, testosterone is most active in the morning. That's why guys wake up with boners, right? Every single morning. True. But when you think about it...
Every single morning?
Every single morning. If you don't, there's a problem.
Actually, that's scientifically proven to be a fact.
Yes. If you don't, see a doctor. You must wake up.
How you're dating a doctor? Because
you have to wake up with Musco. There's no ways about it.
Yeah.
But the morning line is constantly moving because the Earth is spinning, right? So technically, the sunrise is just moving like that around the planet. And if guys have boners in the morning, hasn't there been like a Mexican wave of boners for hundreds of thousands of years? It's just boner after, just like that.
And then like there's a winter solstice where all the planets are lying.
Yes.
It's like a perfect synchronized moment.
So
yes. And that's when
how do
to have
you
septuplets.
control it?
How do you what?
Like, until
We either have a girlfriend or you figure your life.
Oh, okay. But you can't say that every day.
No, you can't. But you wake up with it. But it goes.
After a nice shower.
Yes. Yes. And that's why usually in the mornings when we wake up, we're like, how did you sleep?
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah. But thank you for joining us today on Totally African Podcast. You have so many fans here and people have wanted to see you. And you know how they always see they always listen to a radio personality. They're like, oh my God, this is him in reality.
But how does that work?
Cough to someone.
Because usually for me, at least in my experience, whenever somebody comes and says, oh, I'm such a fan, and you said this, you said that, they remind me of stuff I said like 4, 5, 7 years ago. I don't know, it just doesn't register with me because I've always treated radio like, if it's the two of us, we're just having a conversation.
Yeah.
Like the way we are now.
And I forget people are eavesdropping.
Well, people is another segment. A country.
Yes, I always forget. And so when people say, like, "Papa, you were listening?" You're slightly outside my target market.
Oh, okay.
Cool,
Yeah.
Selfie, mask on.
Has anyone ever told your story of how they were driving and you said something and threw them off and almost had an accident?
No, but the guy told me that he was getting head and the chick laughed. So I was like, you're welcome? I guess.
Like how awkward is that?
You know?
Because a guy may think like, is she...
Someone has no gag reflex.
Thank goodness. Because let me tell you, speaking of like back in the conversation of morning boners, the worst thing is a blowjob with teeth.
Yeah.
Trust me on this one. Learned it the hard way. I healed. Where's the camera? Yeah. So.
Oh God, this is like...
The man speaks facts, I agree. I second, I third, any different thing even exists.
Yeah.
That is one of the most excruciating, painful things you can experience as a man.
Yeah.
It's close to zipping up you.
So.
There is that close. Every man has experienced it once. And it always happens with metal zips. Always. The plastic ones.
Yes. Yep. There was a period in my life.
You just pull it back down.
Yeah, but with finesse.
You can't just pull it down anyhow.
You first slow but sure.
Self-circumcision is pain. So,
self-circumcision.
I'm telling you.
Even a joke, by the way.
No, it's real. It's real.
Painful.
Yeah, there was a period in my life where a lot of my friends, because of the mechanics of zipping, especially when you've had one or two. There's a time when buttonflies were very popular in UG. Remember?
Yeah. Because
it was this buttonflies.
How are you going to button that? Sincerely. How?
Of course, now there you can't.
Lest you get it caught in your zipper.
I'm not naming names, but the some guy was in school. Some of you might know him in the group, so I'm not going to say any names. So this guy, I saw him walking with a very weird strut in school. All I can say is the school has a steep slope. So that those who know me in the school know the guy I'm talking about. So I was like, what happened to you? Man, some things happened. So I thought maybe he had been doing illegal things at school, right? No. Only for us to hear the full story. He was being chased, I think, if I'm correct, he was being chased in the morning by one of the, dorm wardens. And in the process of sprinting, you know how some boxes have buttons, right? So someone was saying hi to the world and...
He's up.
Yep. Imagine getting a window shut on you, but now that window is a zipper in the middle. He had a very slow walk down the hill because every ramp
I got goosebumps.
was painful.
Sorry.
I feel pain. Wait, madam, I thought we understand that the mechanics of life.
No, it's a podcast, so your phone can also ring and you pick up.
Hey, mama. Team iPhone. Hashtag Team iPhone.
Anyway, so you being a media personality.
Yes.
What drew you to media?
I guess for me it always felt like a natural progression because I've been a storyteller for a very long time. Since I was like, just chatterbox. So I figured, why not earn from it? So I was you remember those information prefects who would read news on assembly, yeah? Good morning, school!
Good morning, Rudende!
Yo.
Assembly stops.
You came and Bogo, and even the deputy is laughing at you.
The guy who beat you for laughing is laughing.
Hey,
I'm so dead.
street cred is gone for the rest of the term. And if it's very malicious, if your friends are malicious, for the rest of the year.
They're like comic strips in blackboard. Those artists come and like paint you all over the place. It's unfair.
Or you even enter lexicon. You like shrub and guys are like, great. The other guy, man, the guy's giving a speech and then he nicked.
Nicked?
You become a sort of verb. Wait.
Nicky.
He nicked, man. The guy was trying to read French and he nicked.
That actually sounds like a real word, Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's how it started for me. It's funny. I actually got into radio because the station that I was first on, one of the presenters there had me emceeing.
Yeah, wow.
And said, have you thought about radio? I said, well, yeah, I did, but never really could say, okay, you come. Then one thing leads to another. Next thing I know,
you're on posters everywhere.
It's 8 years later, and we're like, whoa,
we ask everybody who is on radio, even podcasts, because some of these podcast guys are in the same boat. Does everybody get shocked when they see you first time? Reaction like, wait, so that's him?
The question, do I look like my voice?
Yes.
I've not really had that.
No, and I said,
but I think you do.
No, people don't say that. I don't unlook like I sound. Is that English?
Well, it can become now. Rudende.
You don't unlook as they are.
The look and the voice are together.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw you, there was actually a post of you. And of course, I knew your voice through and through off the top of my head, but I hadn't seen your face officially. So I was driving down here, Kabira. There was a
driving carefully.
Very careful.
Seatbelt.
Of course. Okay. Mask off at the time. There was not COVID era. So we were safe in that context.
We were in precedented times.
So, yes, we were in that era. The good old days.
Yeah.
So we're stopping down and then I see that people on that. I think it was Christian, you mind if I'm correct? It was you and I can't remember who that person, I think it was Gaetano. Just different faces. So I know Christo's face, I know Gaetano's like,
whom one?
Know. Then I said, oh!
This is the guy.
Oh! Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he was taller than I thought, though. Yeah.
Definitely on a poster, I would look very.
Have you had those guys who are like big macho guys and they sound like a rat squeaking from Sieges?
I am not going to say what. But
wow.
We're still going to Sieges. We're not leaving you.
Yeah.
We love you. We even had.
Did you see Rudende's tweet? That thing. He was like slurp.
Yes.
Drinking the tea. It was so funny.
Well, the Wasoka still enjoy it.
That's how you know the podcast is current.
Oh.
Yes. Well, depends on
very recent.
Yeah.
Depends when you listen to it. They might find this guy who finds us in 2023 and is like, what are you talking about rats and Sieges? What happened?
Yeah.
That will become a history lesson for him.
Something that still hits me. Like, ask someone, he looks tall, he looks old. How old are you? Which year were you born? Then he says 2000 and. You're like, wait, but there's an and. There's an and.
I had a conversation with her. I don't usually ask ladies their age, but I asked her that day and
I answered and he was like, Nikky, really? I'm like, oh. He was like, oh, I feel so old. I'm like, relax, don't worry.
I'm going to say exactly what I said when she told me. Okay, let's assume you told me your age. I'm like, what? You were born when I was in S5.
You were there in Katab suffering at some point.
What?
You're being trained.
Oh, good. You're suffering.
Some guy called Songa, that side was on your bum like this. Seriously, you are also coming out.
But I love the way we evolve, because a few years later, we're working together and,
You feel old now.
No, like, I look up to you because
you're shorter than me.
Well, she does look after these people in the room. Except for one. I'm not saying names. I'm not attacking anybody. Please help me.
Except for who?
I am not naming names.
Wama, good things come in small packages.
Yeah. Oh.
No names were mentioned, Bambi.
I embrace it.
Wama,
Very clear.
you embrace it. You're down to earth.
Yeah. So I actually wanted to ask you.
I had a morning show on Next, and
You know the usual 5. I would be up 5 in the morning, so at 6 in the morning I'm here. How do you do that from Monday to Friday on the morning zoo?
Coffee and steroids.
Ah.
And the willpower of it.
Yeah. It was either that.
Okay, I did try the
that
coffee
or be a
thing.
chronic masturbator.
Because
man, when you wake up, like I said.
That is so true.
Yes, like I said in this conversation, testosterone is most active in the morning, but we harness it.
Yeah.
Chronic because Bully Joe every day.
Yeah.
DJ.
It's
But I feel like I tried the coffee technique, but you just go to the toilet
every time. My
Yes.
God.
So you time the song. You're like, okay, I have an outfit. It will take me 45 seconds. The song is approximately 2 minutes and there's an ad break. Go.
Okay.
As soon as the on-air button goes off,
Yes.
you run.
Yeah. The first cup of coffee usually just slides through you.
proper like this. So if you're ever in constipation, the best enema, the most effective enema is coffee. Yeah.
And what time are you up? 4 or 5?
Yes. No, I'm usually up by 4.
But for me, it's easy because it's been routine for like
Past 11
Wow.
years.
Everybody got used to it.
How?
Yeah, you can.
I did it for almost a year and I'm tired. No, you see,
Give
it's
it
just
another
year.
it's just-
Give it
What
another
time do
year.
you sleep is the question.
It depends. Even like on the things. Okay, I think I will have to sleep. Okay.
And then what time do you sleep?
Yeah.
Sleep early enough, right?
because I've been on a school timetable.
Exactly.
8 p.m. I'm
Something
winding
called-
down.
Now, let me first nut down. There's something called the circadian rhythm. So when
Yes.
your body is used to, your body needs, depending on age, an average of 8 hours of sleep. So let's say midnight to 8. You know? So let's say you have to wake up at 5, start sleeping before, maybe 10, maybe 9 or 11. But make sure you don't pass 11. So that's what I kind of do. If I know I have an early morning, by 10, lights out. I'm in bed.
So you don't really have a social life then. You know?
That is one of the sad trade-offs
Yeah.
when
Like
it comes to.
I feel like it's difficult to balance it when you're in the media industry, you know?
I don't get that.
If you're on morning radio, disclaimer, if you're on morning radio, yes, then you don't really have much of a social life. During the week,
By the weekend, you can activate.
We're not declaring certain things. We're not declaring certain things, but some people on a Tuesday in certain locations were on next week. I'm not saying names, but if you know how someone looks, you will know.
Yes, but this was before COVID.
This was, I am not perjuring myself.
Okay, because SOPs are in place. and the curfew is 7 p.m.
Yeah, it is.
Is it not?
It is. I agree.
No. Yeah.
So being a personality, and how do you create your character on radio?
Well, here's the thing. At least in my experience of radio, I know that you can do it one of two ways. This is purely my experience. One of two ways. Either you can be who you are, and therefore whoever you are on radio is just an extension of who you are off. Or you could play a character like, say, Olanya, Livolochai, who
Yeah.
Very different from the way they are.
They're very different from the way they are. But you see, the lines usually get blurred because at one point sometimes you forget
Who you are.
Yes, and the real you jumps out from time to time. So you've got to be very good
Like the point, not saying the place, but a rat passes you and you scream with a very different voice. And
Yes.
accent.
Yeah.
See, it will always jump out because that's default.
Yeah.
So how I treated radio, and thankfully, I'm lucky that I jumped onto it like that from the get-go, is that I am who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Literally.
Okay, so quick question.
And I never did any false names, any stage names or something. It was just me.
Quick one. This is obvious. That's happening. Just a number now. What is your booty call count? Not body count. Booty call count. Like, okay, I think that's the wrong one. Those who throw themselves on you.
Oh, you mean fan facts?
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's the right one. Yes. That's
Hey.
All those who try to. Ratios of 51, 54, something like that.
Wow. Tried? It's constant. There are people who used to slide into the DMs all the time. The ones that I actually followed on, none. I'm very embarrassed to say that, but I did not pursue that part of the job.
Someone
And,
at home waiting for you.
I was about to say, I'm sure your wife is like, what is he about to say? What is he about to say?
No, see, that's the thing. By the time I got into radio, I was really in a steady. I got into radio.
Wow.
I was in a steady for a number of years.
Basically, you have to
2
advise
years
the guys
after I
now.
got into radio, I started having kids. So
So which brings the question. Advice. Throw it out there. Like guys when you're in the industry, what do they have to do? Like, this is for guys, not the girls. The girls will be fine. Yeah. For the guys, what do you have to do to be prepared for such? Because no one prepares you for this. Nobody prepares you for
fatherhood?
The attention, for the attention, for the people reaching out, trying hard. No one readies you for this. You always just find yourself in a situation you get overly excited. There's that being at testosterone in 6 a.m. in the morning. Some girls know that trick. So what do you tell such guys like in the industry? Someone new, let's say, has just walked in, the new Nikky or the new whatever the name may be, and they don't know how things go. Like, calm down, relax.
That's a good question. Off the top of my head, understand the what, then the why will become clear. So what is it that you want to do? Why do you want to do it? A lot of people get into it for the glitz and the glamour, which is okay with them. But you've got to understand that ultimately you have to be thinking about longevity. How will people remember me 5 years, 10 years from now? All right. So if you want to be that person, please go ahead. Just ensure discretion and protect yourself.
No videos, please help yourself on that.
I'm telling you, at one point, getting chow is going to become like an exam. Leave your phone outside the room. Because
Apple Watch is inclusive.
Because what this? It is ridiculous.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
So bad that if I go to an apartment, my eye is cautious of which curtain is open. Can someone see me from? Because now I know how lenses work. Yeah. Can somebody about 300 meters away zoom in with a specific lens and see everything? The moment I sense that, I'm like, curtains closed. I don't want to see anything.
Did you when he said earlier in this conversation where he said he didn't want to perjure himself, but now he's just outed himself as the stray guy.
For you, know how it works.
For you, the first thing you're looking for is vantage points.
Let me give you an example. The police guy.
So you never shag during the day? It's okay. It's a safe space, right?
Yeah, it is.
So you never shag during the day?
Well, to be honest with you, my mission for being a priest ever since P4 was still a dream I have today. I've always wanted to be a priest. Those guys were like, they're very cool.
You've always wanted to be a priest?
Yeah, from like P4. Then a lawyer came up and I realized I'm a bad liar, so I went back to being a priest.
Oh my god. Wow. That's like, I've never had a child saying I want to be a priest.
Growing up, priests were really cool because these guys are in like black outfits with a white tie. They walk into the house and everybody's like, chaos. This is so important, so big. Then you have like the archbishop or whoever it may be. It was like something so cool growing up. Because now knowing that, some sins I can't avoid doing. But it was something I found really cool, being a priest. Speaking of, what was your first weird thing you wanted to do?
I wanted to be a fashion designer. So I used to cut those pictures from the newspaper and I put them all over my room. I said, I can. Unfortunately, I don't know how to draw art. I dropped art,
Okay.
No, this is normal.
It's one thing to paint your face, it's another to paint somebody else's face.
Yeah.
And yours?
When I was growing up, what did I want to be? Interestingly, I wanted to be an astronaut first. Yeah.
Did you try jumping off a building?
No. But this is because being an 80s kid, it's all this space race stuff. Yes. I wanted to be an astronaut
and all that.
I wanted to be an astronaut. That changed. I wanted to be a vet at one point.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm sorry. Not that I can't stand certain aspects of it, but the moment my body sees, I would want to be a doctor at a point too. My role model was a doctor, so I wanted it. But the first time I saw a kid in school fall on the pavement and his teeth kind of broke and it was like a bloody mess, my brain was like, peace, I don't want this anymore. I would love to save lives, but not like this. Like, I can't stand the sight of it. Like, small amounts fine, but
that's just one branch of medicine.
Of course, at the time I didn't know.
That's dentistry.
Now, when I went to...
what about... Tell me your thoughts about OBGYN.
What in the sweet good art is that?
Gynecology. Let's hear about,
Yeah, I would like to maintain my taste in some things for the sake of... No offense.
No offense, ladies. He didn't mean it.
It's like...
we'll cut that.
I guess we're going to act like we didn't hear anything.
No.
It's like culinary school. If you know how to cook and you go to a restaurant that everybody's hyping, you start to lose taste for it.
Because
now you know how to cook it better.
Not necessarily.
No, I'm not cooking things like that. I'm just giving you a reference point to understand.
No, I know, but I don't think so.
Bail out, bro. Bail out.
I played the fifth.
Bail out. Thank you.
And what? Oh,
Rudende, what's your favorite social media application?
Twitter works for me.
I know. I was about to say that. I know. Why Twitter? Most people are like Instagram would be like their first one.
Twitter feels like, for me, it's very real-time throwaway. I can throw something into the stratosphere, so to speak. Just give a quick tweet and just move on.
Yeah.
Instagram feels like you have to prepare for it.
The picture, the quote, everything.
Exactly. And I feel like because of that, it's too stage managed as opposed to Twitter.
Yeah.
Everything else that has videos, that has pictures
controlled.
and stuff with filters and and all that.
I feel Twitter is like okay, if you did your history. Yeah. Remember the confrontation between Russia and Napoleon, how Napoleon was schooled. Yeah, I feel that's Twitter. You come with you're some big guy in our country, some epic,
No, but
reach Russia and you're like, man, you're nothing to us.
Yeah.
It takes people down.
But Twitter is like a digital journal, like a digital diary where you can just throw your thoughts out there and other people are seeing them. But it still feels like, it feels like it's a private thought to me. Just throwing it out.
But I feel like it can get a bit too toxic, Yes,
yes. Which is one of the problems I have with Twitter now. It's very echo chambery. Right? And when you don't share, what do they call them? Groupthink. When you don't share similar sentiments, people say, but they look at you as contrarian and yet it's really just your thoughts. And then people come at you like...
And they want to cancel you.
Yeah. Like I'll say something like, the popular example is you say, man, I love pineapples. Yeah? So what do you think about apples? Yeah? So you think apples are trash. I just said, That's pretty much it.
I want to offend a generation. Yeah. But which generation is after 2000? Your generation.
The Gen Zs.
Yeah, the Gen Zs, yeah. They are very sensitive little group of people. Very. I have a lot of siblings and I keep telling this that I walk into the house, make noise and they start making for me noise. I'm like, snowflakes, what's up? Like they're so, they can't take a small punch. They can't take dark humor. They can't take anything funny.
It happens a lot. People, they actively seek to be offended.
Yeah, true.
I'm like, guys, don't read too much into it. I just like pineapples. That's it.
Right? Yeah. And they're good for gynecologists too.
I wouldn't know this. Yes, you do. We will be asking these questions later.
Off camera, please.
He seems to know a lot.
Yeah, I know.
For a guy who said he didn't like blood. Anyway.
Oh God, Rudende.
Usually when they say, anyway, can we?
We can.
Because I've had that, oh God, Rudende.
Oh, no. It's as in, that's funny.
Memories.
There's just too much humor.
Of mornings when testosterone is most active.
Yeah.
It's becoming a theme,
What's the biggest lesson media has taught you?
Prep. Be prepared. Never take your audience for granted.
Yeah.
Never ever. Because they can smell bullshit a mile away.
The aroma is so strong.
A mile away. So they will tell. They will tell when you're waffling. It's like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. They can tell when you're having a bad day and everything. Yeah. And even when you're unsure of a topic, I don't know why people have always felt it's a crime, a sin of some kind to say, I don't know enough about that topic to make, to give you an opinion.
True. It's a wrong thing to say.
Actually very okay to say that. I don't know enough about that to comment on it. And these guys are like, what? It's impossible for
you. We live in an era where people have access to information, so they feel that you're better to have all the information.
But even if you do, you can't know everything. True. And even if there's stuff that you're naturally attuned to, it may be subject matter that I particularly have no fancy for.
Which brings me to a topic. Actually, back in my old days, there's old days in there. There's some old days.
Okay.
So there was this time where there was it was Vicky also. There was a part where nobody used to talk but me, and the part where I would be dead quiet in the back of the room with my mic still on, but I'm like very silent. I like music, like anyone does, but ask me for a single name, Dan Shazam is my best friend. Thank you for the guy who made it. But I'm not good at music. I know I'm not good at that. My skill sets apply to tech. Amazing at tech. There's almost nothing that beats me, and nothing beats me at series or movies. I'm always clutch on that, like the best stuff at the time. So whenever it comes to that segment, the whole audience or the whole room dead quiet. It's a live show. No one comments. Even the guys who'd call in, you'd have every answer. And that's what I knew I was good at. But if you put me into a music, interviewing someone for music, I would just... that would
idea.
I would flop. So I told these guys, please stop putting me on the music stuff. So many things I'm not familiar with. Keep me on this side. But of course, in an industry like this, you have to be multi-talented. You have to have gifts on both sides. And it's kind of like a problem. People don't accept you for what you're good at and want you to fit you in, some other capsule. And it's kind of wrong. We're
back.
We have fast reflex.
Oh, we are not yet because we can still freeze. Was you got it? Okay, yeah.
So I would expect a shot to get like, okay, once in a while. Sometimes the goalkeeper could get red carded and an outfield player goes into goal. But
that's understandable.
It happens once in a very, very long time. You see, it's very, very rare. So focus on your core. Exactly. Whatever you're good at, that is what you're good at. Embrace it. Own your awesome.
Most guys trying to
tell her that all the time. Own your awesome.
Yeah.
I told you so recently. Like, own what you're good at, be good at it, and let no one beat you at it. Like, you found your craft that the first person they call for this is going to be, like, instinctively, they're going to be like, okay, let me give an example. They'll be like, who would have the best situation of bringing people to the bar? First person, think of 3, 2.
Uber guy.
I froze. I froze. I didn't.
That's not bad. That's actually a very good answer.
An Uber guy, yeah, that's a mature answer.
Yeah. The second best guy or girl, rather.
What do other people say?
The Shumba. Because think about it, I've been to
Yes.
events with her. I've seen the number of people she brings for events and the way the club.
She has a lot
up.
of influence.
Yeah, and if you're looking at being a club owner and you want to bring somebody, I'm not going to go for Rudende. Rudende has his crowd and he has his niche. He's of course not going to be popping bottles with sparkles. No, because they're going to be on maybe some oldies somewhere at just any random place. But you would kill that.
Persuade.
Actually, now
Think about it. Like doing for fun. Is that what you like doing? Is that what you do in your free
I
time?
personally like all this. I love all this. So this is also me. I would come for that, to be honest with you.
Let's reconcile a definition of oldies. For you, what constitutes oldies?
Anything before 2010.
2010?
Yes.
Jesus.
Well, that was when good music stopped.
I just can't
Like the
you.
whole era of
When Rudende realized, like,
So-
2010.
As I said, I listen to music. That's why I'm like, all these other good music.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, so what's
But when you
oldies for
classify
you?
that
For
one
me, old
oldies,
school.
it's
Yeah.
90s and before.
Yes. When I say oldies for me, 70s.
Oh, wow.
The stuff that my parents listened to.
Yeah,
i.e.
okay, no.
ABBA, Bonnie
Wow.
and the Supremes. That's the kind of stuff.
Beatles.
Al Green, the Beatles. Yeah, that's oldies
So
for me.
But I love that too.
Old
Yeah,
school,
that's-
on the other hand, for me,
Is the
doesn't
80s.
go beyond 99 if I stretch it.
Yeah, true.
That's old school.
When the
But it's something that I
old
learned
school-
because
Yeah.
I was listening to radio the other day and kids talking about old school vibes, what? And they played a song from 2007, which is 14 years ago. But for me, it felt alien.
Yeah.
That does not count as old
Which
school.
brings back to the
But you
point
see,
of
it's like you said,
2000 and this they are born.
yeah, the generations are different. You know, stuff that I consider oldies, for them they're like, what?
Yeah.
Was that music?
I know.
But
How
there's
do
also
you define real music?
I think real music is anything that just evokes emotion in you. Yeah. For me, there's stuff that I listen to these days, and I will not want to offend anybody. Because, like you said, you know, they're very sensitive, these snowflakes. So, a lot of the stuff I hear
No, in Uganda.
today, a lot of stuff I hear today, I'm like,
You hear a song, you say, huh?
that's what they sound like. That's what they sound like. You know?
Yeah, and that's a beat,
You
yeah.
guys call it hip hop. But everybody who comes and tells me that stuff is hip hop and stuff, I'm like, man,
No,
hip hop is about lyricism.
Yes.
There's a song I want you guys to go and listen to. The song is called Niggas Bleed by the Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, I was actually about to say that name. I know it.
That is storytelling supreme.
By Biggie.
Write it down. Niggas
Yeah,
Bleed.
I actually.
The only
Niggas
people
bleed.
I can say who try in this new generation. Try.
They're there.
Yeah.
They're there.
Malcolm still has his lyrics.
They're there. They're there.
You had J. Cole
Yeah.
killing it.
Oh,
He
yeah.
never loses that.
Yeah, they're
Kendrick
there.
is. I wish he could.
I
Please,
do
Kendrick
accept-
do another album.
I do
Go
accept that
for
they're there, but a lot of the stuff that I'm hearing these days, I'm like, what? And it doesn't have staying power. So for me, what real music is, whatever evokes emotion in you.
Yeah, and you used to rap, right?
Me?
Yeah.
When?
Do you?
No.
Oh, you are
Really?
No.
Even in high school?
No. I never did. I've always been a rockhead. I love hip hop, yes.
But you
But
love
I've
your-
never been a
you
rapper.
rock, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was a rock DJ.
Oh.
Yeah, at uni. I also DJ'd in a couple of bars. I think the last time I DJ'd was 2017.
That's so cool because not everyone
Yeah.
listens to like rock music.
Oh, shit, I didn't talk much about it. Everybody begins from.
You can say, huh?
Not everybody says that.
Not everyone. I
Everybody
know
has a
me.
rock phase. You all have it. But some people
You
get
still do?
Wama, well done. People still listen to rock. But I see what you mean by everybody has a rock phase. In my experience DJing, there are three kinds of rock fans in Uganda. There are those ones who proper grew up on rock. So their parents played them, you know, the old stuff.
Republic.
Led Zeppelin. One Republic, my God.
Sorry, no, this is other. My bad. Sorry.
Oh, but I don't remember, you know.
Sorry, my bad.
What?
I remember. It will come back to you.
But I'm talking about the old stuff like, you know, Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones.
Yes, Metallica.
Metallica, yeah, so that old stuff. Right.
Yeah, Nickelback.
Nickelback is recent, my dear.
Really?
It's recent. It's the 2000s.
Would have really
talking
failed
about
this
70s rock
exam.
Leonard Skinner, you know, the old stuff.
Right? So people listen to that. They're those rock fans who were raised on that because that's what their parents listened to. So maybe parents from diaspora came with the music, played it for them. Then there are the rock fans who are rock fans because of Big D's. So mid 90s onwards. All right. So a lot of stuff that they listen to is from that era. All right. Then there are those who got into rock because rock was the soundtrack of the series that we watched, like Gossip Girl, One Tree Hill.
Teen Wolf.
Yes, it was very, very rock. Smallville. Exactly, it was very, very rock driven. So there are those fans as well. So when you're playing a rock night, you have to cater to all those guys. Because they're the guys who will say the rock that I listen to is Avril Lavigne. For them, that's rock. Avril Lavigne. But when you play some thrash, they're like,
a pink face somewhere.
first wait, that's not rock.
Who is this?
That's noise.
You see? It's like house and dubstep.
Noise.
If you're deep into the house world, dubstep is like the epitome of noise, but at the same time, good
Controlled noise, eh?
Like it's chaotic. If you want to step up 3, 4, there was a dubstep scene. But house is also the same. You have contemporary, you have the basic house, house.
Then there's deep house.
Yeah, there's deep house.
Yeah.
And not everybody fits in that because the Alan Walker fans, Alan Walker is amazing, but then Avicii is the god of rock. That's the god of a house. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it depends, to something.
Yeah. So, but it's like the blind man who see the elephant. Everybody thought the elephant was like the part that they touched. And yes, technically they're right, but they're still wrong because they haven't seen the bigger picture.
Yeah.
But again, it's what you're naturally attuned to. You probably won't like every form of rock.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Taste and preferences differ.
So now
Speaking about taste, where is your favorite place to get your Rolex?
Nice.
It's interesting that you should ask that. Because the best Rolex I have ever had, I cannot eat it every day.
Wait.
It's not Yugarol. It's not even in Kampala. Yes. It's not actually in Ginger. Sorry to all the Basoga out there.
But especially because I've also had one from there. It's so exceptional. Whenever I think of anything outside Kampala,
yes,
I first go Masaka.
That Rolex was ballistic.
It had like a soup at the bottom, right?
Of course.
Yeah, that's that soup. No, that soup is different.
But the soup for those guys is very different.
The soup.
No, that soup is so much that it's like a marinade at a point. Like it's so much. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Exceptional.
I had
What's
it.
so good
the
about
person
this
that came
Rolex?
close to replicating it was a guy who used to do Rolex in Nkosi. And it was almost as good. But that Massacre Rolex was different. There in Nyendo. Shit.
I can't even.
I've
like,
never been this hungry in my life.
oh, I hope you. Yeah.
Now I'm hungry.
You know what?
You know, be spontaneous and
Exactly. You know that guy.
we travel and look for our Rolex.
We need to go. I hope that guy is still alive.
Oh.
Because that guy made a Rolex.
It was exceptional. So no offense to Kabode, but we are going there.
Yeah.
That's actually the best Rolex I've ever had. Massacre.
And you know how most times parents, nowadays there's this thing going on of how their kid is entering and they're eating something and they just shove everything in their mouth. Are you that type of father, or you're like, oh, my daughter's come?
I used to be that father.
Oh,
I used to be that father. I'm not even afraid to say it.
You'd eat the food before they come.
I'd hide snacks. Quickly munch. I even did the letter stand. You know the letter stand?
No.
Yeah, you put letters.
You hold lettuce like this, but then your snack is on the inside. So it looks like you're eating lettuce the whole time. And you know kids don't like veggies. Yeah, kumbe there I'm eating my bourbons or my Oreos or something.
Whenever I'm going to visit any sibling of mine, if I have, let's say, a pack of Pringles, it gets done in the car or hides under every paper.
Yeah. Oh, you eat in the car. Put the windows down by the time you. Yeah.
So I used to be that parent, but I'm not that parent anymore because I mean.
Well, they're your girls, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Parents, it's about sacrifice.
Yeah.
And why that happens is because my middle child, Kai, she just hated eating.
Generally.
But she would eat off my plate. So you'd serve us the exact same thing.
But she'll eat.
She wouldn't want to eat hers. But as soon as she sees me eating mine, she'll want it. So to get her to eat,
you'd have to, I get you.
I have to eat with her. So that's how you learn how to share. And besides, when you're parents, you want the best for your child.
Yeah. And what's the best lesson fatherhood has taught you?
Patience. Patience without a shadow of a doubt. Patience. Because, wow, you have to intentionally slow down. Kids are very curious. Kids, they move at their own pace. You've got to give them time, even if you are obviously doing something important. When your child comes to you, you have to give them time. So I've learned to be very patient with them. They've got to be first priority. I always tell guys, man, I'm a part-time radio presenter. I'm a full-time dad.
Oh, Rudende! That's so sweet. I don't want to cry.
No tears, no tears. Oh,
yeah, my foundation is expensive, What's wrong? Anyway, but I feel like that's such a beautiful thing. And I feel like having little ones, and she's so insecure. Because sometimes, I'm the last born in my family, but sometimes the mom can be like, so I'm going, I'm just like, chill,
I don't know yet. I mean, my kids aren't at the age of don't go out, don't do this, don't do that, because my eldest is 9. Right?
Well, they can still go out to the playground.
That's okay. And I used to be that parent of I don't want you to at the playgrounds you're playing violently but you can't protect them from everything, right? Sometimes they have to learn the hard way. I told you, do not climb that swing. You did, you failed, you skinned your knee. Now you've learned. You see,
actually, my little brother, good story. My little brother, we're at home. You know how we're like doing general cleaning everything in the house. So we're going outside. It's like a decently large trampoline, right? So we're all outside. Mom, little brother, sister. One of them was still in the house, but the rest of us were out. So they sent one of my two brothers, the older one, to go and pick a basin of water, right? We wanted to clean everything outside. So this younger one, this little nuisance, I love him, but he's a nuisance. He was on the trampoline jump. He told him, get down and we clean up. He's like, no, he kept playing and jumping. So this older brother of his brings the bucket, the basin, and puts it on the trampoline. It is full of foam, bear in mind. This kid he felt like we had resources. We worked for almost something. He dumped it. It was like really full, enough of basin. This kid saw water. It's a very hot midday sun. You've been outside for like an hour, right?
The guy decided.
This is opportunity to show us how cool he is.
He dived.
An Olympic style, by the way.
Head
Eyes
first.
wide open. Yes, I think he realized in mid-flight what he was doing into. So he opened his eyes even wider, like That was part of everybody started laughing. Even our mom. It was so funny that you couldn't even help. So we're holding the hose. The side was spraying water. The brother who brought the basin got the hose. I started running after him. This kid, I don't even know how, full of open eyes, didn't hit a single tree or shrub or stone. He scattered around the entire compound and came back. We held him down. His eyes were red for 3 whole days.
You live and you learn.
Yeah.
You live and you learn.
He was sneezing bubbles for some time. We weren't even joking. We sneezed bubbles. It was that bad. Head first Olympic dive. No hands. Like,
yes.
Go.
You live and you learn.
That is this one. It's like, fam, I'm off.
Oh, that's so funny.
We laughed for days.
How do you sneeze bubbles?
I'm not even joking. He did. He actually sneezed a bubble. We saw it. But
oh, well.
It's so I wish I'd recorded that scene because it's more hilarious when you see it. Everybody was laughing. Everyone was by the time when you're on map, it's like, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Do you have a lesson? Maybe one. Would you want to share one lesson? Wait. Okay.
Take 2.
Take 2.
Yeah, I don't know what we did the other time, but I did some. Yeah, okay.
Commercial twerk?
It's allowed.
Yeah, it's a thing now.
Yeah.
Commercial twerk.
Commercial twerk.
Yeah,
Yes.
when you hear it,
Just know the twerk. Yeah.
It's a twerk moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like 3 minutes, then they go
twerk
back
and
into
come
it.
back.
You twerk.
It's a thing actually.
Commercial twerk.
No, when you go back, just say, guys, commercial twerk, you'll save one. Yeah,
It's a
just
thing?
say it in the office. Yeah.
Give it a try.
So everybody.
It's a thing.
It's a commercial twerk.
It's those that kids are saying to you.
No.
They're most likely.
There was an ad that used to play in 2014, 15. I think it was one of those telecoms where they're like, the party was lit, everybody was twerking. Remember that ad?
Yeah, which was funny.
I think so.
I think it was. I'm not going to mention them because they didn't pay us to advertise them.
Names are
Ulabe. Sit it. I can't jeer. My mouth is too dry.
Oh.
Anyway, and just generally, I can't jeer. I've done it. I'm not juicy mouthed enough. Yeah.
I don't think you have to be, but okay,
Yeah,
you know.
You're not helping.
Yeah. So, but they were talking about the party and like, everybody's twerking. And I used to think about it. If I walked into a party and everybody was twerking, I would walk out because I'd say, this is very strange. Why is everybody twerking? This is some kind of cult shit.
Oh,
you guys are about to
okay,
sacrifice
fine.
me
If
for
you
my
look
organs.
at it like that, then yeah,
Yes.
that's a bit.
You're all just twerking? What?
And Rick and Morty style twerking, not your...
Not your usual, you know.
Rick and Morty, they twerk from the chest, not from down. Like, yeah.
I would be very, very scared. I would think, one, either it's a cult, or two, it's some kind of aerobics class because I hear twerking is very good for your core strength.
Yeah.
Build
And also your
core.
bum bum.
Let's see who can run fastest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's and the thighs also, like everything.
So whoever jogs...
Your lower body, honestly.
Let's do something.
So your lower thorax and
Whoever runs farthest, we know is the twerk queen.
Yeah,
Twerking
I
is
don't
good for a sprint.
I don't
Well,
try.
clearly the core strength can make you endure that distance, right? Whoever runs the farthest,
It is
the twerk
okay.
queen.
It's a twerk queen.
One experience.
A twerkathon.
Okay, one experience that changed your perception in life.
Fatherhood. I used to be... I'll give you one example. I used to drive like a madman. A madman of
Never
mad.
under 100.
There's, to this day, there are guys who still don't understand how, because they were in the car with me. We left Kampala, went to Nkozi to drop our things and came back hour and a half.
Were you flying on the road? What's
This was
that?
2009.
The road was still bad.
The road wasn't even have been constructed. It was the old road.
That was, oh my God. That
My
was
God.
Yes.
What road?
The Massacre Road before
Yes,
2009
Massacre Road.
was bad.
It's about 2009, 2010. I said, guys, we need to just go and drop this stuff and come back.
Your shocks.
We boomed. I was behind the wheel. Kampala, Nkozi. Literally offload things. You don't even bother with lock your room, come back. Came back. Hour and a half.
And you're alive out.
So now,
I used to be that.
yeah,
that
now you're.
crazy.
You pass over the hump slowly.
Angels, 16 of them are your side. God has make you angels for you. Yes. Both.
Yes. But you see, then when you have kids, you start to think about you. That's when you come face to face with your own mortality.
Yeah.
Like I said,
If I go with my kids in this process.
I can't just be driving. I mean, who am I going to leave behind for them? So you start to think differently like that. So that's one lesson that fatherhood taught me. It's not just about me. I'm responsible for certain individuals, and it is my job to make sure that they have a good life, and I raise them right. So that means a lot of stuff that I used to do has changed. Yeah.
Okay, though we have to sign out.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
We have a no.
Wait, calm down, relax.
Playing a game. Thank you, bye.
He said sign out.
No, we're wrapping it up. But thank you so much. And we just have a quick game for you.
Okay.
Then I'll ask the last question for the day.
What do I win?
A hug from Nikky. Yay!
I need to
Let's know this game.
Allow me to rephrase. What do I win that is edible? Okay, technically.
Oh, by the way, yeah. Lol.
I walked into that one. Do I win something pastry based?
No.
Yes.
Technically, yes.
Stop it. I see where you're going. Stop it. Turn around. Come back here.
Fine.
Good. So
Okay, let's play the game. Give us she's going to give us a hit.
So would you rather?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This one's happening.
Time to make decisions.
Jesus.
Okay, number one. Would you rather live in Mexico or Iraq?
Hey, Mexico.
That's a good one.
No, Mexico, really.
Actually, it's an easy one. It's Mexico.
Yeah.
Cancun, Tijuana.
Yeah.
Muy caliente.
I say hotel.
I can
Yes, of course.
Who knows? Probably I could have left something in my backyard.
Okay. Would you rather be woken up by music or by an alarm?
Can I be woken up by a surprise blowjob?
That's one way to wake up.
Glock, double hemlock.
I'm gonna rephrase this.
Okay, please.
Would you rather be woken up by A kiss on your lips or a blowjob?
Blowjob, definitely.
Just a kiss with more good morning.
First of all,
But you know, like a
First of all,
Me?
first of all, like I said,
Some romance. Wow, good
Like-
morning, baby. That's enough for now.
let me paint the scenario for her.
That I go to pick something else.
I did say clearly at the beginning of this conversation that testosterone is most active in the morning.
Yes.
You know what else is active in the morning? Morning breath.
Yeah.
So do you want to be kissed?
You know,
By
when you're in
by-
love, I feel like when
You
I'm
went out
in
last
love.
night, you had Italian, so there's garlic involved.
In fact, you went to Lebanese with more garlic involved.
And he's a smoker.
How can you give me such a package?
Do you still want to be kissed?
No, I'm good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm good. Unless there are some TikToks and Mentos like on the. You know, let me tell you something. I saw this video of a woman who kept on doing that, and her guy never saw her like naturally. When they sleep, she would always
One time-
remove everything. When they wake up, she would always be ready. So like, at least you put some powder. She'll have a mint in her mouth, and then it's not a guy thing, but it's okay, fine. I wouldn't. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Would you rather babysit or do chores?
Babysit.
I'm not particularly against doing chores, by the way.
But
For one, I like to iron. Does that count? As a chore?
Yeah, it does.
I don't mind doing dishes. But babysitting is good. Except if the baby has colic.
No, me I do showers.
Yeah.
No babysitting, I say.
Anything.
At any time.
Now, kids with colic?
No, so I don't want to do
I'm
that.
very thankful
No,
to
no,
God
no,
that
no.
only 1 out of 3 had colic. But the colic episode that we had was
Meet immunization days.
colic was bad. Yes,
Yes.
but I'm very hands-on, so I don't mind babysitting. I don't mind ironing, doing the dishes stuff. So this is. Can I say both? Oh, I have to pick one.
3, 2,
Babysit.
Chores. Sometimes their energies.
okay, this one here, it's going to be a throwback for you though.
Ho, 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 ho,
To your childhood dreams.
ho, ho, ho. Mm-hmm.
Would you rather be a soldier on a tour of duty
Mhm.
or an astronaut on a space mission?
Obviously.
Mm.
Depends. Am I John Wink? Or am I that guy who loses legs?
You see, because when you're an astronaut, it's actually quite lonely. The more that I learned about it, it's quite lonely. Guys are up there for like 120 days on the space station and stuff. Then again, you could get killed in action if you're a soldier on a tour of duty.
And the worst part is
You're just padding like so, and then you step on a landmine.
because the thing is morning, so you have that morning all the time.
One time.
Oh, that's stressful.
I would
Yeah.
take the excitement of being a soldier on a tour of duty, but like a peacekeeper, not like like one of those guys going to a war-torn area and stuff.
Not John Wink.
You just like Rambo Commando? No,
Like, no.
no. Because I actually have friends who have been in those situations where
Where they
they're
like peace.
the PTSD, the door slams. You see the guy jumping, you're like, man, boss, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah.
Relax.
PTSD is real.
Yeah.
It's real. Do you have any would you rathers about food?
Yeah, only that at this point you'll be making the food.
Hey, okay.
So, would you rather be a fantastic cook or a fantastic baker?
Cook.
Any day.
Yeah.
Cook. I feel like there's so much more you can do with food when it comes to cooking as opposed to baking. Yeah. And
Except for
besides,
sponge cake. That's actually very different.
yeah. But cooking, yeah, there's tons of cuisines, first of all. If I can do Indian, if I can do Chinese, if I can do Italian, if I can do French
Mongolian.
cuisine, Belgian, Mongolian, if I can just kunyiga matoke, well, there's so much.
One thing that is so hard to do.
Yes, there's so much you can
Okay,
do. So I'd
fine.
rather be a great chef than a great baker.
On a date, Chinese or Italian? Food.
Easy.
Is it the first date?
3, 2, 1.
I'm
First
asking
date.
questions.
First date.
First date? Chinese. Because I'm not going to get any action. You see, yeah?
True.
Yes.
Unless,
Okay, fourth date.
Fourth date? Still, I would still say Chinese. Yes.
Married with 16 kids.
Yeah. What?
You are happy
In this economy?
Yeah.
Please.
Man, I know my pull-out game is weak, but it's not that weak. Shit, 16 kids? And these are what? Singles or multiple births?
Some of them are triplets.
Yes. After the first set of triplets, I would have had a vasectomy. Jesus.
Yeah.
By the way, I feel like it should be the guy to
should
do
be the
it
guy.
because it's less intrusive, unless she had a C-section. But if she's had natural birth and you're telling her, go and get your tubes tied, it's major surgery. It's major surgery. And yet a vasectomy is just what? Local anesthesia, 30 minutes, and you can wear your underwear again in 3 days. But you shouldn't live shag for like the first 3 months because they're still
Little ones.
in the chambers. Yeah, in the chambers. You're not yet faring.
The guy who, what's his name again?
Michael Phelps.
Yes.
Yes.
Last one.
Yes.
Pie or cake?
Cake.
I don't know why I'm leaning towards pie.
Okay. I don't know. You see, the thing about pie.
It's meaty, that's why I guess.
No, but you see, she didn't specify. The problem with pie is that the crust to filling ratio, many people don't get it right.
Java House. That one gets it right.
He knows this.
Have you tried the Movicent?
Go and have Cavelli's.
Okay, fair point.
Yes.
Fair point.
Then we shall see.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have that discussion next time.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Are they paying us to advertise? Because let me tell you, the thing about Java House.
But please.
We're here, please.
We'll bleep it out.
Holla.
Right below, please feel free to reach out at any time.
Java House does coffee so well.
Oh, yeah.
Coffee so well.
Yep.
Their coffee.
Exceptional.
Especially the handcrafted ones.
Enduro gives them a healthy run for their money.
Enduro, you will find a better, like,
Hand brewed.
they're cold brews.
Yeah, and also
Yes.
hand brews.
Hand brew still, I would give it to Java House.
No, they don't do hand brews.
Huh?
They stopped doing it. So they only have machine brews.
At Java House now.
They only do machine brews. So if you want anything handheld, like,
You're going to have to go to Enduro then.
yeah, you have to go to do. That's like the best bet you have in Africa. You don't really have options when it comes to hand brew, but hand brew is so much better.
It's much, much better. There were only 3 places you could get a diesel Americano in this town. And I think it's because of the baristas.
Yeah.
The Java House at Lugogo,
True.
Enduro of Kisementi,
Very true.
and Cafe Marie in Alia.
Oh wait, the first shop at the end of the as you enter
Quality in Alia, that cafe.
That place shocked me. I wasn't ready. I wasn't mentally prepared. The volumes of food, the quality. Yeah. I was not ready.
And
I had not prepared myself.
their
for that.
barista was on point.
Those guys are good.
But I'm speaking from 2018-19,
Even this year.
Not 2021.
pre-COVID.
Nothing about
Pre-COVID.
first round.
Those guys understand coffee.
I agree.
So anyway, one more question before okay.
You have one last question.
Question.
It's a food question. Yes, I like the food questions. Are you going to give me food?
Yes. Oh, she's an exceptional baker.
Eh?
Yes, she has her own bakery.
Are you going to give me food? It's a yes/no answer, really. Are you going to give me food?
Not now. In the future,
No.
yes.
It's off camera.
Eh? It's a yes/no. It's a yes/no.
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
That is the answer you was looking for.
Who said their own exams? Ngoni migration. I don't know much about them, but
I know
where
about
Kito came from.
do a migration. Like,
Okay, the question is, what's your take on pineapples on pizza?
they belong on pizza.
Yes.
I feel like the world
Mwah.
should understand that pineapple belongs on pizza. I do not understand how
I agree.
people do not like pineapple on pizza. What is wrong with you people?
Pineapple is weird. That's for me.
I actually like the.
So the taste isn't bad. It's just the warmth of the pineapple.
So you don't take Hawaiian pizza?
Hi.
This guy is getting this.
I know.
Oh, Waniri has just entered.
So you don't like Hawaiian pizza?
No, I like it.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was well done.
Do you like Hawaiian
But you're in.
pizza?
Come in, join me.
Yeah, actually not bad. Not bad. But I think it's just that warm pineapple that throws it.
Hey, Waniri. How are you? Looking good.
Thank you.
You see, you can see when people are in love. Eh? They answer differently. Hello. I know. I'm sorry.
And how are you? I totally forgot that you're here.
I can do it.
Can I join your charm?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the
Lisa,
only thing that we agree on.
Gossiping about me.
What did he say?
What is he saying?
Nothing at all.
When Mario, there's no audio at that
No,
point.
he loves me.
Quick question. Which food would you eat off your partner?
They asked you.
Was it not the
They're looking at you. They're looking at me. Yeah, they're looking at you. So,
It's chocolate fruit.
It applies as long as it can be eaten.
Chocolate.
Ask where.
Solid,
Dark
molten.
or white?
syrup.
I think
All
dark
of them in
chocolate.
one.
All of them in one.
Fudge cake or something like that.
Guys, I'm a child of God.
Yeah, thank you.
So all of which.
What's yours? What would yours be?
What?
What would you eat off your partner?
Are you talking about canilingas or what?
Yeah.
Technically, yes, but...
Canilingus. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Canilingas, no, because...
Yes, it applies.
Because no, what if you give someone an infection?
Well,
Either way,
one food is
eating
poisonous.
something
Okay,
off your
yeah.
partner.
I mean,
So-
what-
That's a very sensitive part.
What's the point?
If
Okay, let's talk about the.
you really think about it, Punani is a tropical fruit, seedless.
And it's been known to have a lot
Okay.
of juice.
Yeah. This is
Juicy.
juicy. You know what? Yeah. No one was.
I'm no. I do not eat food off people.
You're
Yeah, I like my food on a plate because
But-
food,
but-
man and food is.
As an artist, this is your plate, your board, your
Plate. You put your food on a plate. You commune with the food.
Yeah.
It's very spiritual.
These are the guys who, if someone comes near the plate, they just fork in the hand like no wasting time.
Let me tell you,
Listen, Rudy and his food.
nothing
He'll
will
beat you up. Yeah.
nothing will disgust me
Physically fight
or
you.
distract me from the food.
Nothing will disgust you.
Nothing.
Alright?
Yeah, same. It's very weird.
Nothing.
Unless something is in the food itself. Unless there's something in the food itself.
Even a
it's really
rat.
nasty.
But even then, was it cooked in the food? Did it just fall on the food? If it fell on, I'll just
Okay,
take
now
it.
let me give them a
If it was cooked in the food.
I like the way you just go like
I
pull
used
it
to
and
love kachogo.
sorry
I
that
started eating
side.
again, but not as much because of the trauma I went through.
You did what? Sorry?
You went to
Kachogo.
Tama.
Kachogo?
Let me get to the story. So, yeah, we were in the village. So, we had to go. We were living very early. It was about 8. We had to go. So, like, the food was ready. So, I served first, right? I didn't know at the time what was in it. So, these guys hadn't washed the bienda. So, it still had the cow.
I like the way you say bienda. Bienda.
I know the
Oh.
I'm allowed to technically choose.
Okay.
So, by the time I didn't know. So, I served very happy, very excited. All is good. First forking, I was like, why does that taste like grass all of a sudden? But a very nasty pile. I went the second fork, I was like,
Ew, that is so disgusting. Oh my god.
yeah, that's
Do you know how dirty they are?
First of all, Bienda is such it's a delicate meal.
I stopped eating it for years because of that moment. And I still like
I
it.
wouldn't
I
eat
like
it
a
again.
good plate of it.
I would
do.
never eat it again.
But that was that one time.
Yeah.
That one time killed it for me.
I'd never
And you
eat
know
it
it
again.
always has maggots there, eh?
Actually,
Who
no.
said
surprisingly-
that?
No, when you're cutting them.
Where are you
Nikky,
Where are you getting it from?
That's not a business.
Where are you getting your
I'm telling you,
your
because they are
biendas?
dirty.
Your bienda. Where you getting that?
I don't know. Sometimes I saw an image. I said, "What is the kamagot like this?" Anyway, I don't know. But that's a bit disgusting. Oh my god! And you kept on eating like.
No, the thing is, the first fork, I was like, it was a small fork, like a testing fork, right?
Yeah.
So I went for the real one. So the real one, I realized what the problem was.
And then
Dumped
the
it.
Did you just,
projectile
like-
vomited
on
what?
spot, went to the bathroom, puked. This is the village, so like I
That
didn't realize
is
what she had done.
traumatizing.
Yeah, it killed my appetite for it for about almost 7 years, I think. I tried it again.
just again?
Yes, I did it after
Tight.
like 7 years.
Never.
That's tight.
Because that was like my S1, S2 there. I did it again for a good number of years.
That's hectic.
Anyway,
That's yeah. I'm not easily disgusted, and I always thank God that I have an iron stomach. You know how guys eat stuff and then they have issues.
me too.
Like you eat like Do
Do you have any allergies?
It's chili. Red chilies take me down. Like I like it, but there's a point where I wake up at 3 a.m. and I'm just like, yeah, let's carry
But
it.
can I ask a question?
So you
Why
first
is
put
it
the
that,
toilet
like,
paper in the
chili-
fridge, what?
Now to put this in
I
a
love
very
black pepper.
pretty
I
way.
love red pepper, but
When you are going through a stomach upset because of chili, why is it hot? Like,
Down there?
yeah.
Ah,
Like when it's going, like
I
I
got
need to
this one.
understand.
I got
Like,
this
yeah,
one.
like when you bring the bathroom, it's
How
hot.
much you have consumed.
Hold up.
Maybe.
Let me get sciencey on you. This is biology and stuff.
focus.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? You good?
Hey.
Oh, it's okay. You can have it.
Yeah, please. Okay, cool. Let me get a little sciencey on you. The cells that line your mouth, the epithelial cells, are actually very similar to the ones that line your anus. That's why you feel tingly when you know, after eating chili.
So the chili doesn't fully digest it.
So it
No.
It
The-
feels
So
the
that
same way
same
as
thing
it
that
was
feels
in-
the chili is
The
the
way
same
that you-
thing that.
the way that your mouth reacts.
Which brings another question.
Wait. The way that your mouth reacts to capsaicin, because capsaicin stimulates the cells on the inside of your
what
mouth, your
is that
tongue, and
word that
stuff.
you
Capsaicin is the
Chili.
element that in chili that makes it hot, right? The epithelial cells in your mouth are similar to the epithelial cells, the ones lining the inside of your rectum.
Okay, so can you kill the ones at the rectum, like
How?
laser burn, or like?
Why?
Can you
Because
come back
do
for
you-
this and relax? Relax.
Actually, it burns. I've not remembered. I've remembered it burns.
Annihilator.
It's
to
so.
make matters better because, at least with
Here's what you're going to do.
at least with water, with your mouth, you can put water, you can put milk.
There's a solution for that. Just keep your TP in the freezer.
Also, when it's wiping
No,
it.
but it's going down.
You put it in the freezer. It won't get.
We've watched White in 3, 2. I mean, the same way you feel being kissed is the same way you feel being kissed.
The guy is saying, yeah, I said it. Just
It's
put
a
it out
question.
there, by the way. No,
It's a genuine question.
I almost thought he wouldn't do it. By the way. The door was open. Walked through it. He walked through it. None no
Serious
speed
mind.
governor.
Yeah.
Man
It's think
just-
about
can you
it.
imagine? We gave him a chance to do the right thing. The guy didn't want to know.
Okay.
Will you go try it and then come back and give us
Yeah.
a review for season 3?
Pack a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Make a research. Make a research. Yeah.
Don't just come.
Oh my god, I've loved this. I like the way it's so random. Like we didn't even know Lisa was going to come. And have you been?
oh, she got a new show by the way.
I know. How is that? First update us. Small. Businesswoman. She's getting some calls. Uh-huh.
How are you?
Go.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What was I saying? Oh, update you guys. So you don't want to hear what happened in my life.
I'm listening to you. I just don't have to look at your
Okay,
person, do
hi
I?
friends. I'm on TV now. I came here and I was just feeling like I'm ready.
Woo! Girls on TV.
I'm on Prime Time, a new segment called The Wrap Up.
Give us the details.
I do trending stories, social, economical, political, entertainment, and all of that. And I really, really love it because it's made for TV.
Time when.
After the 4 p.m.
First made for
bulletin on
OnlyFans, but here we are.
Yeah.
That's
But
true.
no,
I'm trying
what-
to catch a bag.
Oh, Lisa.
I live in an African society.
Yeah.
And I want to be the president.
Well, the thing is when you walk through the family with
I love
job
it.
to everybody. Which society were you in again?
But all your business is
walk into
online
a
like
restaurant
that.
for your mother and father and tell them I made money. Will they argue with you?
Yes.
Yeah, they
Mafia
wouldn't
Yes.
argue, but they would know it has not come the best way.
Does it matter when they're comfortable?
And you'd be like, it's okay, at least I will bumps on the internet.
properly. Anyway, thank you so much, Rudende.
You're welcome.
I have one more question.
You have okay.
How do you want to be remembered?
As he walks
That's a good
away.
one.
That's how you want to be remembered.
Yes.
Thank you! Yeah!